Hi, babe. Good night. This is the second, and didn't he pass away on the third into the fourth? So I think we're coming to it.
Scott, can you please split screen 2-39D1 and 2-39D2? Scott, can you go to just 2-39D? Scroll through down.
All right, we're taking a break because this is going on the thumbnail until this pops. But JKD Buck, thank you. This is definitely going on all the thumbnails until this thing goes. JKD Buck, I love it. This is exactly what I was thinking. This is exactly what I was imagining. I am here for it. I love it. Now back to the cringe. The days of our cringe.
Sir, is that an accurate depiction of a March 3rd and a March 4th, 2022 text exchange between you and Ms. Richins?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves 2-39D into evidence.
No objection.
2-39D is admitted.
And as much as we have made fun of this sister, the way she ran in there and said, "Where are my boys?" I don't think that this sister, this mama bear of those boys, Kouri obviously seemed to be, out of it. I think they're not being exposed to any of this, or at least I hope not. And she seems very much protective mode. So almost I'm reading a little bit of helicopter parent. So I hope that they are being well protected and well cared for and away from this crazy trial.
I don't know, man.
Just pause for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Just pause for a minute.
Okay.
I hope I get it. Something or other. It's official now.
Okay.
Let's see here. Josh to Kouri. So it's official now. I thought it already was. What do you think Ronnie is going to do? The possibilities are so endless with that place, 3 exclamation points. It would be a piece of cake to cover the mortgage. I would never, ever worry about that. I would love to run that as a business. How amazing. Someone is going to kill it with that. Well, he has me working on his resume tonight. Okay, this is a long one, kind of giving you a hard time here. But I do so with love, affection, some honesty, and a light heart, and patience and understanding, I promise. I will happily uh, take any bit of time I get with you. But if we're going to celebrate, I want to celebrate. I don't want to keep the Mylar balloons in their packaging and the Scott tape in those sad flat things to the ceiling and return them that afternoon. I want to blow them up with helium and watch them fly off at sunset. Also, not a good idea, very bad for wildlife. Don't launch balloons. I want, um, and ideally right before bedtime and at sunrise as well. I don't want to keep the barcode stickers on the wine glasses or not pop the top off of the bottle of champagne because you're going to be speeding without a seatbelt on, a winding, and already ran off a cliff before Mountain Road in just a bit. I don't want Interstellar to consist of 90% of our visit. So I guess Interstellar is going to be like bigger pockets of podcast as far as we're concerned. I want to be there when the news comes in, seeing and hearing your reaction, waiting to pounce on you with hugs and kisses, the confetti, the music. Let's see. To release the hidden mariachi band that has spent the entire day twisted together in the cabinet under the sink. That's oddly specific, but interesting. One of your painters, one of your landscapers, a drywaller, two people off a cleaning crew, one giant bass guitar with no frets, a shoulder slung guitar that only has five strings, two trumpets, one violin, and a maraca in every pocket. Appetizers and apple ciders. What the hell is this? A special dinner and dessert, and the intimate attention deserving of a super sexy cutie with a booty, sweetheart, and absolute knockout of a rock star real estate investor and amusement park owner. Good Lord. Do you recognize that? Not feel or not bad for a free, right? Uh, just being funny, babe. Don't be mad. I 100% respect and understand your schedule. I'm not mad at you at all. I just haven't had a second to text. Give me a few. Love you. Hey, babe. How are you feeling today? I'm so proud of you. This is from Josh on the 4th. Hey, what's going on with you? Are you good? No. So this is obviously when he passed. Eric passed away. Talk later. What? No words, turning phone off. Eric passed away last night. No words either. Lost. Nuts. I can't do this. I'm devastated. So that's Josh. I can't comprehend. I don't know what to say or do. I want you to be safe. You're everyone. What happened? Who are you with? "3 a.m. I called the ambulance. Been up since then. People, family, friends still here. They think an aneurysm.
Scott, can you bring up the gift attached to that? Sir, is that an accurate moving depiction of the gift thumbnail that was attached?
Was attached to what?
The email we just looked at.
That seems like pretty. I mean, I don't know. Who sent that? Me?
We can go back to that. Scott, can you take us back to 2-39?
I don't think so.
Sir, can you see that?
I see that. Maybe I'm just mixed up on the times or dates or something.
Sure. If you bring up the gift.
If I sent that after reading what I just read on here, then I was,
Just wait for the next question.
okay.
Is that the moving version of the thumbnail that was attached?
Right.
Your Honor, the state moves this in. What I'd like to do, I'm not sure how they got separated. I would like to mark the the text exchange as 2-39D1, the associated GIF as 2-39D2.
No objection, but could we clarify the GIF was sent on March 3rd? Those texts cover both March 3rd and March 4th.
The GIF was sent, it's in the text. It was sent at 7:22 p.m., March the 3rd, 2022.
Okay. 2-39D1 and D2 are admitted. What order would you like to publish things in?
Your Honor, let's please publish D1 and then we'll publish D2 at the end.
Okay. Scott, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we've walked through D1.
My apologies.
D1.
Okay.
So it's just publishing D2.
Okay.
We're walking through
Do you
many
want to
Ds.
show do you want to show the message at the end to provide context for the thumbnail, or do you want to go directly to D2?
Tell you what, Scott, give me D1 on the left, D2 on the right, thumbnail portion of D1 on the left.
One moment.
They had to use
Okay.
double Ds, a field of Ds. Oh, cringe.
Thank you. Scott, can I get 2-49D?
I don't know. I will ask Nick because it has been more noticeable that it's been a bit off kilter with this trial, but this has been very disjointed.
Or is that an accurate depiction of a March 20th, 2022 text exchange between you and Miss Richins?
I believe so.
Your Honor, state moves to admit and publish 2-49D.
No objection.
2-49D is admitted, and we'll publish now.
So this would be the secret resort at the adults only vacation they were looking at, I guess, on March the 30th. Are we there yet? Kouri said. I don't know how you feel about that, the visitors. I feel however you feel, but without knowing, I think I'm glad for the village how many commas can a guy put in one sentence. I made a Harbor Freight run. Now I'm going to pick up a couple of Fuegos and go get busy. Not my preferred kind of busy. That place sure does look cool. It's definitely pretty there. Soon enough, though, it's going to be breathtakingly beautiful and the most stunning place on the planet. I can't believe it. I've known of, wanted to go for so long. Speak any French? Do you mind if I ate a ton of curry tonight? From Josh. It's a lot, overwhelming, exhausting, repeating yourself, emotions all over again. Sounds like a good evening, I guess. Could be better. Looks so pretty. I've always wanted to go there. No French. Haha. Why would I care, silly? It's not like I'm there. Let's see. I feel like it's a little out of the ordinary compared to some places. I could very easily expect the exact opposite. No visitors, nobody wanting to bother you. Especially wouldn't expect the army of heathen kids, except for Ashton's protege. I just need a little time and some beers to bring out my Frenchness. I'll be spouting some wee wee before the night is done. Oh no. Don't show us the GIF. Why French? Where is that coming from? Huh. A lot of Frenchies over there. That's the main language, I think. No, no. Haha, no, it's English, goofball. French Caribbean, St. Martin, helpful info language. But you're right. It's only 6 or 7% that speak the French. Gonna get some eggs Benedict over there for sure. Yes, please. Yes, please. Can't wait. Facebook Marketplace, some sort of item. Yes, ma'am. Gonna be awesome. Yeah, this was 3 weeks after her husband died, correct? Thank you.
We can stop it there, Scott. Thanks.
I don't know what the passport thing is. Or $600 boat runs, boat motors. I don't know. I know it's not even remotely interesting to you. That crappy table, I could build $40,000 worth of $200 tables with this material. Or I could build legit welding tables, at least 100 of them, $400 plus a piece. I just wanted you to see how expensive a used scissor lift trailer can be. It would cost me somewhere between $1,000 and $1,300 to build that trailer from scratch utilizing this steel, enough metal to build 40 of them at $5,000 a piece. Let's see. It'd be $150,000 profit. That's all I've got.
Scott 2-51D.
Scott coming in with a D.
(2022) text exchange between you and Ms. Richins.
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit and publish 2-51 Delta.
Oh, sorry, no objection.
2-51D is admitted.
I love you. From Corey to Josh, I love you. You were in my dream. That's a nightmare, sweetheart, nightmare. I think I want you to be my husband one day. Also nightmare. And run. I would respond to that a bunch of different ways. I would assume that you finished second in a few drinking games, and I would show you this and give you $1 million of each. Oh, no. If you could see yourself through my eyes, you'd know how much I love you. I'll love you forever. Aw. You.
Sir, last one. 2-53 Delta Sky. Sir, do you recognize that as an April the 15th, 2022 text exchange between you and Miss Richins?
Yeah, I recognize it. I didn't have time to read it all. I'm not saying that I need to. I'd like to read it later, maybe.
Okay. Your Honor, the state moves to admit 2-53D and publish.
No objection.
2-53D is admitted.
Uh-oh, was Harry mad? Mine should be super quick and big deal. Ha 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 ha. I would also appreciate that. I'm going to call. I had 22 cops searching my damn house Wednesday for 8 hours. This shit just keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, won't someone think of Corey? Eric died. Corey most affected. Searching your house for what? The autopsy report isn't done yet, but the toxicology report came back and he had a trace of, no, not a trace, not a whiff, not a hint, not a scotch. He had 5 times the lethal dose, not a hint. He had a trace of fentanyl in his system. I don't even know what the hell that was until they showed up at my door. My attorneys are fighting it because they detained me. No reading me my rights. Rights aren't spelled like that, sweetheart, especially not the ones you're using in context. You're an author, but far be it from me to correct you. They ever told me why they were at my house to and what the hell they were looking for. I was like, WTF, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. They had a search warrant and everything. Yes, this is how that works. This is so fucking ridiculous. All that drug dog and everything, and they don't find a damn thing but Eric's weed gummies. Congratulations, idiots. They were so disappointed. My attorney said in order to get a search warrant, they would have to have some kind of proof a crime was committed, whether it's drugs being sold in and out of my home or me having something to do with this shit. I don't know even what the fuck that is. I thought it was cocaine. The detective isn't corrected me. They took all my electronics out of my house, even my kids' stuff. Yeah. Won't someone think of Corey's inconvenience? Uh, Eric does not do fucking drugs. He ate a shit ton of edibles, 4 to 5 a week, but rarely even drank. This is absurd. They don't even have a COD yet, cause of death. How can they just jump to all this bullish before we even know? Crud. Uh, Ronnie swears the gummies were laced with it because it was a new pack. This is all just so freaking stupid and crazy. Dark Lotus, how dare you use logic? I have tons of questions / thoughts. I'll save them for a phone call. Okay, from Kouri. Call you in a bit.
Sir, did there come a time after Eric Richins' death when you met up with Kouri?
Yes.
Do you recall the first time?
Yes.
About when was that?
I'd guess 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that.
What happened when you met up with him?
I forget where we met, but we rode up into the Uinta Mountains together. Two vehicles, I think. I can't remember. We both wound up in hers, though, in her vehicle. We sat there and talked.
Did you talk about Eric?
Yes. Yeah, that was the first opportunity to really, that was the first time.
Did there come a time during that discussion that Kouri Richins asked you about killing?
Do you want me to contextualize it?
Please.
So, yeah, we sat there and talked for quite a while, and I had never seen her that way, obviously. It was a heavy conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like one opportunity for her to be, well, newly widowed, so I guess you wouldn't have seen her in that state. Keen observation, astute noticing, situational awareness, on target.
And I'm not used to that with her. And she's not used to being open like that.
I mean, you're not used to her having depth of any sort, and you're used to her being vapid and shallow? Okay, proceed.
So at one point, my opinion then, probably still now, looking back, was that, she was looking for any reason. I think she was exhausted emotionally. And I think she was looking for a reason to divert the conversation away from herself, because she does that. She does that about lots of things in every normal life, and I think that's what she did. She asked me, go ahead, I'll let you ask. I know.
Sure.
But
did she ask you a question about killing?
She did ask me yeah.
What's her did she ask?
She asked if I had ever killed anybody.
And was that specific to killed anybody while serving in Iraq?
Right.
Did you respond?
I did.
Did she ask a follow-up question?
Yes.
Sir, what was that follow-up question?
She asked me how it made me feel or something along those lines. And then I answered her. I took it as not out of the normal, though, really.
Did you and Kouri Richins stay romantically involved after Eric Richins' death?
Yes.
For how long?
You'd have to look at my phones to tell me that. I'm going to guess, bless you, 6 months, maybe 8, 10. Best guess.
And then what happened?
I don't know. Just you had a falling out, disagreements. I think, things changed after Eric passed. I mean, I don't know what to say. Things weren't the same. So I don't know if that led to us parting ways or what, but there was a lot on both of us. You know what I mean?
Understand. Thank you, sir. I don't have any further questions.
Do you need to take a restroom break? May we take a restroom break? Yes. So please rise for the jury.
We are going to get through the end of this day, then I'm probably going to start a new stream just so I can keep the days separated. But let's get into cross. Now, I am going to be off stream because I'm going to refill my drink and take a quick bio break. But let's get into this, y'all. Who will we pick as our opponent? Oh no, it's Bart Simpson. Oh Lord. On that note, I am using the restroom.
Let's do it. Please rise for the jury. Please have a seat as you come in. All right, please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We'll now proceed with cross-examination of Mr. Grossman. Mr. Grossman, you're still under oath. Ms. Lewis, please proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Grossman.
Good afternoon.
All right. So, Mr. Grossman, you said that you and Ms. Richins met in South Carolina, correct?
Yes.
And she was flipping a house or more than one house there,
One at that time.
and she hired you to do some work on it, correct? Was that in response to an ad? She hired you?
Yeah, IKEA furniture is what it originated as. But,
Okay. And you knew each other for quite a few years before your relationship turned romantic, fair?
yes.
And you weren't in contact that entire period of time from, was it about 2017 you met or earlier?
No, it was earlier than that. I'm no good with dates.
That's okay, but earlier than 2017. And then you weren't in constant contact between 2017 and 2000 when you became romantically involved.
No. I think we had maybe 2 or 3 years we didn't speak.
All right.
I'm guessing here.
That's fine. So in 2020, you decided to move out to Utah, correct?
Yes.
And one of the reasons you moved to Utah was because you were going to work on some houses with Kouri, correct?
Yes.
And you were interested in flipping houses yourself, fair?
Yes.
And that was something she was going to participate with you.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So let's look at, we're going to talk about some of these text messages that the state just pulled up, and I want to ask you some questions about some of them. The first one, I believe, is State Exhibit 3-1, and this isn't actually a text message, but let's pull that up. And this has been admitted. That is not it. I don't believe. There we go. Thank you. All right. Publish this when we speak about it. So you said you recognized that as a vacation that Kouri had booked for you and Kouri.
Yes.
And she booked this on December 7th, correct?
Yes.
And then you said she told you it was a birthday present, correct?
Yes.
Your birthday was December 9th, correct?
Right.
And this vacation was scheduled for, do you recall the dates? I know it was April 29th of 2022, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, you never went on that vacation, true?
True.
All right. Okay, let's move to, let me ask you this. You said that you two texted almost daily for a long period of time.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
All right. And But you and Kouri weren't consistently in a relationship between 2020 and 2022. There were times when it was on, times when it was off. Fair?
Fair.
All right. Let's pull up State's Exhibit 2-13D. And if we could pull up page 10 of that text, Katie, and blow up the blue bubble. I think I can't read it at all in here. Okay. So this series of text messages took place December 18th of 2021, right? It says on the bottom there.
Yes, ma'am.
And these messages were part of a conversation discussing ending your relationship, correct?
I'm gonna need a minute.
Do you need to look at more than that one text to determine that?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Can you maybe show him a couple of texts before that? Can you see that, or do you need that blown up?
Yeah, if you could zoom in a little bit, that would be good. Okay, is this where we're starting?
Sure.
Okay.
If you can just go ahead and scroll. Thank you, Katie. Let me stop there. It says you need to come see me in person if you're going to say goodbye forever, right?
Right.
So this series of text was talking about that you may be ending things, correct?
I guess so.
All right.
I mean, I don't
Well, let's just look at it.
necessarily remember it, but that's what it sounds like. Unless we were just being tongue in cheek. I
All
don't
right.
know.
Well, let's look at a couple. Oh, I'm sorry. Did not mean to interrupt you, Josh.
No, that's okay.
Let's look at a couple more. Maybe pull up Kouri's again there, the blue bubble. And she says that she's not mad, but you did promise to say goodbye in person.
Okay.
It's not what I want to do, but it's not fair.
Yeah, I'm tracking now.
Okay.
That sounds like adios to me.
So it was late 21, after the vacation was purchased, that there was a discussion about ending the relationship. Fair?
It appears that way.
Okay. But you didn't end it then. I mean, I don't know, maybe you did briefly, but if you did, you got back together, right? Or you resumed. I know you were never together, but you resumed your relationship.
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at text State Exhibit 218D that's been admitted. And Katie, could you just get to the All right. So, Mr. Grossman, this was about, well, first it was about a television show called Dope Sick, right? We talked about that on your direct. Well, you and Mr. Bloodworth talked about that.
Mr. Grossman, my apologies. We need words, yes or no.
Okay. If I can't see it, can you zoom in a little bit for me,
Go ahead.
please?
And while Katie's doing that, and you take a look,
Okay.
yeah, she's starting a new TV show, Dope Sick, correct?
Correct.
All right. And she's asking you questions about if you have taken drugs, right?
Yes.
And you kind of go back and forth.
Yes.
And at one point, she tells you, and Katie will pull up the text, you can see it, that she has a whole cabinet full of all sorts of prescriptions, but it's not her thing, correct?
Correct.
And then you can get the painful one. And then she also tells you, and we'll pull up the text, that when she had her last child, that she had a bunch of pain pills and they were still in the cupboard. She just hadn't even taken them, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you guys talk back and forth about drug use, and is it fair to say, and it's just a yes or no question, that you have on and off used illicit drugs? Fair?
Fair.
All right. Okay, let's move to State Exhibit 227D. And pull that up so Mr. Grossman can see the date. All right. So do you see that these texts were on Valentine's Day 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you recognized them as texts between you and Kouri. But do you recall specifically anything about that day, that Valentine's Day 2022?
I've tried to remember. I don't even know where we were, what we did that day. I don't think it was able to be extracted, or because I figured my, GPS would have been able to clue me in, but I don't
Okay.
know.
So you don't even though the texts say you met up, you don't even remember if you met up? I mean,
If the text
let me rephrase
say that we met up, I assume we met up, unless the text say that, hey, change of plans.
I would agree with you. The texts do say that. I'm just asking you if you have a memory of it, of the actual meetup.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. So there wasn't anything about that day that Kouri did or said that caused that particular day, July 14th, 2022, to stand out in your memory. Fair?
Well, no, I can't remember where we were, and that's not
That's fair. It's a while ago. Okay.
And it's not that nothing memorable occurred that day. I just don't remember, man.
Okay. That's fair. Let's look at State's Exhibit 229. And I believe it's the second and third page of those texts. So this is the next day, July 15th, 2022. And you maybe blow that up for Mr. Grossman. Is this page 2? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to page 3. Yes, if we could blow those up. Okay, so this is where you tell Ms. Richins, I am in love with you.
Yes.
And go ahead, let's keep going. And she responds to you like, you're actually in love with me. We're not just love each other like friends or an affair. You're in love with me, correct?
Right.
And that was February 15th of 2022.
Yes.
All right. Let me take that down. Okay, I want to move to March of 2022. If we could pull up State's Exhibit 2-32D. I think it's page 3. And Kouri's text there. I can't see unless you blow it up. Okay, so this is the text, and this is on February 23rd, 2022. Do you see that at the bottom?
Yes.
And she's talking to you about the property that has ended up being called the Midway Mansion, right?
Yes.
And that she has a dream that you could, and actually I think she describes it in the text before. You can go to that. She has a dream about you two living in the mansion, and that she could be divorced and you could live there and just have a farm and a number of things.
Yes.
Okay. And then we can go back to the other one. But then she tells you this isn't possible. It's just fun to dream about, right?
What you just highlighted, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So, Mr. Grossman, would it be fair to say that the talk about a future together between you and Kouri was really more a fantasy than a realistic expectation?
My opinion? You want my opinion on it?
Sure.
I'd say, yeah. Yeah. More of something that maybe I thought I wanted, but didn't necessarily, like I couldn't picture it in the future, you know? I don't know if that answers your question.
It does answer my question. Okay, let's move on to 2-36D, State's Exhibit. And maybe we could blow this up and go through it a little bit. So these texts were on March 2nd, 2022, 2 days before Eric Richins' death, right?
Or a day before.
Yeah, about a day and a half, right? Because he died early morning, 2022, or March 4th. Okay, if we can scroll a little bit. A little farther. Now, in these texts, Ms. Richins is telling you that she's going to be closing on the property in Midway. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm happy to see that bottom one. Yes.
Okay. And this is the biggest deal that she's closed on, correct?
Correct.
Is it fair to say she was very excited about this property?
Yes.
And she says that she wants to get together with you on Friday to celebrate this closing, right?
Right.
And what was your plan on Friday to get together to celebrate?
We were supposed to meet sometime mid-morning for brunch. Brunch and mimosas was the plan.
Okay. Can we pull up states 238-D? If we go to the one where it says hang in there.
I don't picture him being a
Just a minute,
brunch
she'll pull up the
guy.
text in. Well, you can't see it on the screen. Okay, here we go. So, in 2022 in the evening, right?
Yes.
And Kouri implies that you're sad or having a difficult day, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember why you were sad? If you don't, that's fine, but if you do.
I don't.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
that's fine. And she tells you to just give her a few days and hang in there until Friday, correct?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. When she told you to hang in there till Friday, was that because she was planning on meeting you for brunch on Friday?
Objection, Your Honor.
Do you know why?
Hold on. Are you referring to Friday or to the last question?
Your Honor, the question that essentially asked what Kouri Richins was thinking by Friday.
I can rephrase it. It's
Please
fine.
do. Sustain. Thank you.
Okay. Why was she telling you to hang in there till Friday? What was going to happen on Friday?
Objection. Same thing.
Sustained us a speculation as to why Ms. Richins was waiting. The question regarding what he recalls was going to happen on Friday is permissible. If you'd answer that, sir.
The only thing I knew about Friday was brunch and mimosas. So,
Okay.
and the closing on the house. She was getting the keys that day.
So that was a big day.
Right.
Did she ever tell you that you were going to be together on Friday permanently?
Objection, Your Honor.
I think he can say yes or no. We're not asking what Ms. Richins said specifically.
It's very specific in that question. Sustain.
All right, let me ask it this way. Did you ever have the impression that come Friday, the two of you were going to be together forever?
Objection, Your Honor. Foundation on how he would get an impression.
I'm going to rule that one. Go ahead, sir.
No.
Did you ever have any impression that as of Friday, Eric Richins would be out of the picture?
No.
All right. And then let's go to 239B1.
Well, there you go.
So
I'm
this is
voting
Friday, March 4th,
innocent.
the day you were supposed to meet for brunch, right? The beginning might be March 3rd, if I can see that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing 3-3.
Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, we can start right there. When you say it's official now, are you talking about the property or are you talking about something else? The Midway Mansion. What do you remember?
What was the text previous, please?
It was from you. It just says, I hope I get to see it. Do you know if you were referring to the mansion?
That's what it
Remember
sounds
that-
like.
This man doesn't remember
You'd have to
yesterday.
go up another text.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's keep going. That's fine. I mean, if you don't remember for sure, I get that. Let's keep going. We can see that. Okay, maybe this helps put it in context because her response is the possibilities are so endless with that place. And I would run to love it as a business. I skipped a little, but that's the gist.
right.
Does that help you recall? Were you talking about the Midway Mansion on March 3rd of 2022?
If that text is directly following the ones in front of it, then yeah.
Okay. But then March 4th comes about, and this, we can skip down to this, skip this. And you two are supposed to meet for brunch, correct?
Yes.
But Kouri doesn't show up.
Right.
And you text her to see what's happening
Yes.
and why she isn't there.
Yes.
It's not like her to not show up.
It's not like her to be a minute late.
Okay. And that's when you find out that Eric Richins had passed away that early morning.
So I thought it was, in my recollection, when she says brunch, I'm thinking 10 o'clock sharp, right?
Okay.
And I thought that I texted her because I could just sense, I could feel something was wrong because she was late. I hadn't heard anything from her. So I texted her, is everything okay? And she responded. That's when she told me. But like, I thought it was, how do I say it? I thought all
Would you say there was a disturbance in the force? Kato Kalin, you're our only hope.
That would have happened prior to noon at least, but can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
But I was shown texts that say that it happened at 2:00, but I thought it happened earlier. So your question was that morning. I don't know if it was that morning. I thought it was that morning, but I've seen texts that say 2 p.m. So
All right. So your recollection is different time-wise as to what shows on these texts.
I think so. At one point in time, I asked for some texts of mine and hers so I could review them.
You asked who for some texts?
I was in a meeting. Miss Margaret provided them with me.
And by Ms. Margaret, do you mean the county attorney, Ms. Margaret Olson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But all I got was the month of March, but it was like that. So
What do you mean when you say it was like that?
It was thick. There were a lot of text messages that month. So I'm not faulting her for stopping there, but
I just want to make the record clear. You said you held your thumb and finger together about an inch, so you got about an inch worth of pages of text.
Right,
Okay.
and they were just for the month of March, and because I was trying to figure out what happened too,
Okay.
So I'm going through them and the timelines on them. I'm not saying this is the case, but to me they appeared off by several hours. Like my text, something that I thought I sent at 11 a.m. would be.
So you're positing that there is an entire conspiracy rather than you just not having a very good grip on time as a concept. I mean, hey, I'll bite. It's 2026. Like anything could happen in this timeline. So, okay, I mean, it was doctored. You don't remember Yes-Dwember, but sure, this is a conspirosity.
4 p.m. or whatever the case was. So I don't know if that was corrected, if I was doing bad math because of the time zones so I don't know. Time wise, I don't know. Some of it doesn't
You didn't know a love triangle.
necessarily coincide with my memory, but it might be corrected. I don't know.
When you say it might be corrected, what are you talking about?
Just that one text, for instance, because I remember very clearly where I was at, which direction I was facing when I was told that he had passed. And I just remember it not being as late as what it says on the screen. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off, but that's my memory of it.
So you would wonder if what the time is on these texts is incorrect.
Right.
All right.
By several hours.
And you notice this in a lot of texts? Or just these ones this day?
No, I think it was consistent amongst everything I looked at.
What was consistent? That the time was off?
So
That everything was just
your
pushed
math?
forward. You know better than I do. I don't know what they call the.
He said several things. So 6, 8 to 10 months after Eric's death, they were still together, and then they had a falling out. But this man is saying that his consistent lack of math skills is not a thing, but it's a conspiracy, and they have doctored his texts out of timeline. Sure.
The time difference, you got it +8 and all this.
Yes,
nonsense. I
the
don't know.
meridian.
So
Damn them with their +8 shenanigans. It's not even a 10. It's an 8. I mean, they left off the thumbs. How dare they?
Time. I turned to Alex because he's our phone guy. But yes, I do know what you're referring to. That sometimes on the phone is 7 or 8 hours ahead of when it actually happened, right?
Right.
Is that what you were referring to?
yes.
So you were just wondering why the times didn't seem to comport.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's fair. But let me ask you this. Was it March 4th that you found out that Mr. Richins had passed? March 4th of
Yes.
2022?
Yes.
All right. Were you surprised by that information?
Yes. Yep.
So you didn't meet up with Kouri as planned on March 4th, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't see Kouri for a couple of weeks, approximately, give or take.
Yeah, I would guess 10 days to 2 weeks, something like that.
Okay. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, but can we quickly look at State's Exhibit 253D, where You know which one I'm looking for? Since you read my mind, Katie. All right.
You're gonna have to let me read it, but in my mind,
Well, go ahead and look at, yeah, right there where it's highlighted.
you know, I didn't know what fentanyl was then, so I don't know if that's why it didn't stick, but I remember, I mean, I can go through and read all this if you want me to.
No, I just want to know if this is the text where she told you. I mean, you don't have to know what fentanyl is. Is this the text?
It's written right there.
All right. I just wanted you to confirm for the jury what the date of that text was.
4/15.
April 15th of 2022.
Yes.
All right. Now let's go on to when you met with Ms. Richins a couple of weeks later and you drove up into the Uintas. Are you with me?
Yes.
All right. And you just testified about a conversation that you had with her at that time,
Yes.
right? And you told, well, let me back up. You were interviewed by, I don't know if it was by the prosecution or by their investigator in about the spring of 2023 about this case. Is that right?
It was warm outside. I don't remember.
Was it shortly after Kouri was arrested?
I think, yeah.
Okay. And that's when you told them about this conversation, right?
No.
When did you tell them about the conversation? Let me ask this question. You're the one that told them about this conversation. That information came from you, correct?
Yes.
Why did you tell them about this conversation?
Because I was trying to figure out what happened. And, oh man. So never for a moment did I have a clue, a hint, not a fleeting thought that something intentionally might have happened to him, right?
Right.
Let alone from her. So, you know, I think we'd gone a year without speaking at that point, and I don't know if I turned on the truck radio and heard she wrote a book and wasn't surprised, but then I started.
I am fucking surprised because I read her text messages and look, I thought I had a tenuous grasp on both grammar and sentence construction, but this woman is a weapon of mass destruction against the English language and syntax.
You know, I listened to the interview she gave about her book, and then maybe I did some research on my phone and saw that she had just been arrested, or either she just got arrested, I don't know, days later, a week later.
Okay. And then do you recall who you met with when you talked about this conversation?
After I found that out, I was overwhelmed with, you know, guilt, sorrow over my wrongdoings, you know, infidelity. And,
Okay.
And that's when I called. I was trying to get a hold of Eric's sister to tell her I don't think she was home. I spoke with her husband instead. Told him what I told him, and he told me, I forget the guy's name, but he said, I think there's somebody that would like to talk to you. And it was the Richins family private investigator. I think I called him immediately after I hung up, spoke with him. I don't recall the ins and outs of the conversation, but he told me that Kouri had done it, you know, that she was guilty. He couldn't tell me why, but she and that changed everything for me. You know, I was blown away. And then I'm like looking at everything in our past with a different set of goggles on through different lenses. And I was trying to figure out if she did it and I could help, that's what I was going to do. And, you know, that's sometime after that, it wasn't the first time I met with the investigator. I think it was the second time or something. It dawned on me, oh man, you know, what about that one time she asked me this? What about the time she said that?
Okay.
And
So let me just stop you just for a minute so I can ask a couple of questions. So Investigator Gabler, the family's detective, just told you she's definitely guilty.
I don't know if he used the word definitely, but said that.
She did it.
Right.
All right. So then you started thinking back with 20/20 hindsight about conversations,
Right.
which led you to think of the conversation in the Uintas. Fair?
Yes.
All right. Today, sitting here, when you think back on that conversation, does that conversation seem like it was a strange conversation to you?
Man, I can't tell one way from the other anymore. I've been confused for years, you know?
This conversation was about more than just what You did in Iraq, right?
Yeah.
This conversation, was it about just life and death in general?
Yeah, it's about that. It was about lots of things. It was about the boys. It was about shooting a bow. It was about God. It was about supernatural stuff.
And at the time you were having the conversation, did it seem like a strange conversation back at the time it happened?
The fact that these two actually carried on a fucking conversation with the smooth brains that they had is actually a freaking monument to, well, the ingenuity of those two brain cells. Sorry, this woman's questions are hurting my brain.
The time it happened, her and I just experienced supernatural things. So no, there was nothing that was surprising at that. The talk was.
No, I need to know, what are the supernatural things? Did you see Bigfoot and or Mothman? Tell Bigfoot he owes me a game of Uno.
Not surprising.
So it was in context with things that were going on and that you were talking about at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why you were talking about bow hunting? Why was that part of this? It seems a little different than the rest of the conversation.
She was talking about she was talking good things about Eric and how phenomenal of a man. And I don't know. And she mentioned it, how good her boys were, or I can't remember. One of them can, one of them can't at that time.
Bow hunt?
Well, I don't know. It was one of them was shooting a bow, one of them wasn't.
Oh.
I don't remember. But
so she wanted to learn to shoot a bow. Is that what that was about?
she did. She told me that.
Okay.
Or she already knew how. I don't remember.
Is Ashton Kutcher going to come out and tell me I'm being punked?
When you and Kouri were together, were you aware that Eric had an affair also?
I was told that.
All right. You'd mentioned during direct that you did work for Kouri here in Utah, and that sometimes she would just pay you in lump sums. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you recall?
I think she would pay him with her lady lumps. It's a song. It's by Fergie. I think Alanis Morissette actually did a cover, although that was really weird. But there you go. No, she paid him with her lady lumps, her lovely lady lumps, her lady humps, if you will.
A lump sum. She paid you in the amount of $25,000 after Eric died.
I remember that lump sum. My timeline is pretty foggy though.
Okay.
I feel like it was after he passed. Yes.
Okay. And was that for a house that you flipped together that she felt she owed you money on?
Yeah, I think
Is that what you thought it was anyway?
that was, if not all of it, that was definitely a large part of it. I mean, I don't know. Yes.
You were aware that Kouri got a life insurance policy, right?
Yeah, she texted me one time. I believe she texted me. She just found out and sent a text like, look at this kind of thing.
And what was her reaction about receiving that life insurance?
I don't know. It was through text, I believe.
Well,
And she just seemed like surprised. Like it was unexpected.
it was unexpected she was going to get that policy, is what your impression was of her demeanor.
Yes. I'm sitting here right now. I mean, it's in the text messages though.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that Kouri was protective of Eric and his reputation?
Yes.
So after Eric passed,
Yes, the wife who's sneaking out to hang out with her handyman / lover is really worried about her husband's reputation, because it doesn't seem like they were discreet. If Eric had a private investigator looking at her, I mean, he obviously must have gotten an inkling from somewhere, which means that she wasn't discreet. I don't think she was worried about Eric's memory.
away, did Kouri see you as often as before he passed away?
No. I mean, immediately thereafter, we didn't see each other at all for a little span of time. And then, no, I think she was doing things with other people grieving, whatever she was doing. So
Did she appear to change after he died?
yes, how so? Like, yeah, I mean,
No, she asked you the question, so you said yes, and then you can go on to clarify. She can't clarify. She didn't know. Oh my God, this man. The it was students like him that got me in trouble.
I
Well, I was
think
hoping you could tell me how you thought she was different after his death.
I would just say in the normal ways that
Bittersweet.
anybody would be different after something of that magnitude. I mean, the effect it has on her children and how she's got to handle that. You know, you can't go from that to talking to me on the phone and be the same, I don't assume.
Did she come across as happy that Eric was gone?
No.
Did she come across as grieving or sad?
Yeah. But I didn't see her in that window directly thereafter. But when I saw her, it,
Sweetie, Cletus, come here, sweetie. Come, sweetheart. Look, it's not your fault, but grieving takes more than 2 weeks. So even if you just only saw her or didn't see her in those 2 weeks, I can tell you I am still grieving 17 years later. So now that is because I did have, a bit of time where I was kind of just in survival mode. But yeah, grief isn't like a 2-week thing that you take FMLA and then it's over. Because sure as shit, I wish it was. Sign me up for 2 weeks of intense grief and then it's over with, and I just remember the good. G g Sign me up for that, cruise. But no, sweetheart, 2 weeks does not.
I think it was more sporadic
Okay.
than usual. But yeah, there were times where, she was been out of shape in front of me.
All right. And you said you couldn't remember how long you continued to see each other after Eric passed away, but does 3 or 4 months sound close?
I don't know because it was so sporadic. It was like a chunk here, a chunk
Okay.
there. But I thought it was longer. I thought it was 6 to 10.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. But then
Well, every guy says it's longer. 6, 10. Just tell us it's cold. It's not like we're gonna have a ruler with us.
Kouri ended the relationship, correct?
Right.
And what was your feeling about ending the relationship? I mean, were you sad?
Yeah.
Did Kouri, though, appear to have made up her mind? It was just done?
I don't know. I think she liked me. So whether, I mean, yeah, it appeared as though it's done.
Sir, take the L. She broke up with you. You got broke up by, look, it's not an L. A crazy, allegedly murderous cahoon, broke up with you. It's kind of like you dodged a bullet, not like, I think she still digs me.
Done, but who knows?
It was done, right?
Yeah, it was ultimately.
I mean, after that, you stopped seeing each other,
Yeah.
correct? And did you?
This is the
So you're saying there's a chance.
first time I've seen her since that day. So
Which was either late 2022 or early 23. You don't remember for sure.
I don't know. It was
Well, it sounds like probably in 2022.
it was cold outside, so it was late.
What is the timeline with this? Every single witness, well, it was snowing out, so I'm guessing it was somewhere near winter. Does anyone have a calendar? Possibly. Could anyone give us a timeline that isn't seasonal or seasonally affected? Seriously, honest to God, what is this trial?
The same year that Eric passed,
Okay.
it was the end of that year. That's when it was,
Okay.
or the very beginning of the next.
Did you exchange more text messages after that, or was that it?
Not that I can recall. I don't know.
I really can't stay. Eric is dead, it's okay. I've got to go home. Baby, he's already gone. I really can't stay. There's an investigation on. I have to go. In the name of good Lord.
I just have one moment.
I ought to say no, no, no. At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Thank you, Mr. Grossman. I don't have anything further.
Sir, when you and Corey Richins were in the Uintas 10 to 14 days after Eric's died, we were talking about a lot of things, right?
Yes, primarily that, because I hadn't even spoken to her hardly. So I was trying to see how she felt. You know what I mean?
And when you were talking about Eric and bow hunting and the boys, part of what you were talking about was what a phenomenal father he was, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
Phenomenal father. Yeah.
Please listen to me.
Sorry.
It's okay. Did Corey give you an impression about how she felt that the boys had lost their phenomenal father?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustained. Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
Could we approach?
Sure.
Sidebar. Get your sidebar. It's a sidebar.